Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Habit here, and I'm going to be making this video, and it's going to be about how to deal with anime burnout. So I've been watching anime since probably like early to mid 2000s, and I've been watching on and off, and I've been actively watching for about 4 to 5 years now. So me personally, I've dealt with anime burnout quite a few times, or needing breaks from anime, things towards that line. So if you've ever run into that, or you're new to anime and you want to know what to do when something like that happens, there's kind of like a few things that I've done that have really helped me to cope with anime burnout. So I'm just going to kind of list a few things that you can do, and hopefully it helps you guys out as well. So pretty much what I do is I make sure that I take breaks when I'm starting to feel that way. I don't get to the point where I really just can't watch anime. So when I start to feel like I'm losing interest or something around that line, I will take like a week or two break. I'll play some games, I'll watch some regular TV shows or something. Definitely what I like to do is like watch Netflix or something. There's a ton of good stuff on Netflix. You can watch things like Shameless, the Shooter TV series, Skins, the Marvel TV shows. There's a ton of stuff, a ton of good TV shows, a ton of good movies that you can watch, and give yourself kind of a break from just watching animated stuff. Another thing is video games. I was a lot bigger into playing video games before, but I still play games like Destiny, Call of Duty, some other like Steam games like Stardew Valley, and some other stuff. And that's a good way to kind of get away from getting stuck in kind of watching anime even though you don't really want to. So another good thing is maybe reading manga. Some good manga suggestions, some recent ones like Dr. Stone, Fire Force, My Hero Academia, maybe some older ones like Prince of Tennis, Soul Eater, Hikaru no Go, something towards that line. Reading is definitely a different experience than watching. Clearly, it's always good to read. It gives you some good thought to your head. It definitely is just good to read stuff in some cases. It definitely just helps with your mind, helps you get back into that rhythm of like reading if maybe you don't go to school anymore, or you are on break, or you just don't like reading that much. Maybe manga is something that you can take into consideration. It's not heavy reading. It's pretty casual. There's pictures. It's just very fun. I mean, me personally, I hadn't read things in quite a long time, and I'm just getting back into it with Dr. Stone. I'm thinking about picking up Fire Force and continue reading on with My Hero Academia, since the second season is about to be ending. So there's definitely a lot of options that you have with manga, especially new stuff that hasn't been adapted, or seeing kind of the difference between things when it is adapted and when it's what the actual source material is like. There's plenty of things that don't get adapted to the T, so when you read these, you can kind of get a different sense. I mean, a good example is like Hunter x Hunter. There's some differences. So in the 1999 version, it stays pretty close to the manga, and the 2011 version, there's kind of a little bit of pacing differences, and events happen in kind of different orders in some cases. So definitely being able to read that is very good. My suggestion is, when you come back to anime after feeling burnt out, after kind of feeling bored of it, is to watch something that's like really popular or like really good. Like if you haven't seen like Full Metal Alchemist, that's a good one. Cowboy Bebop. There's literally so many that I can just countlessly name off, but definitely maybe some good classics. or just something really good that's going on recently, like My Hero Academia, something like that. Something that can get you out of the rhythm of maybe not watching things that aren't as good. In my opinion, I used to watch a lot of seasonal anime. Sometimes things are really regurgitated out at you. Some of the things aren't very good. Definitely some of the classics even hold up today. So watching things like that, you can kind of see how the industry kind of shaped itself to how it's going to be. You can see those influence, like if you like shonen series, you can see the influence that things like Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, some of those older shows, how they really give influence to like the newcomers, like My Hero Academia, or like just new shonen, Dr. Stone, things like that. All of these shows kind of have some sort of feel to the older time, and that's just due to these people being also very influenced by those creators of Dragon Ball, of all of the like big old series, Bleach, Naruto, things like that. Some of the like classics, maybe like a One Piece. One Piece is definitely one put up very high on a pedestal when it comes to shonen. Same with Dragon Ball. Those things definitely have kind of a feel that goes through all of the shonen genre, because these things really impacted it, really did something different, out of the ordinary, put like influence into their genre. So you can see kind of similarities there, but that's just kind of my opinion. When you get to that point, you don't want to push yourself over the edge. Don't make yourself watch something if you don't want to watch something. There's no point. The whole point of anime is the enjoyment, is kind of the love for it. And that's why, in my case, I like to watch what I want to watch now. I'm not just going to watch something for the sake of watching something, read something for the sake of reading it. I really want to do what I want to do, because in the end of the day, this is my hobby, this is my enjoyment, and I don't want to ruin it by doing something that I don't want to do. So definitely keep true to yourself. If you're a YouTuber, kind of find that niche of where you stand. Some of my friends have found that, like Kirutaku, he's a My Hero YouTuber. He really focuses on My Hero, something that he really enjoys, so I can see him not really getting burnt out like somebody who just watches all seasonal anime. Seasonal anime is hard. It's hard to keep up with. It's hard to get those views. You really have to be on the ball when it comes to any of that stuff, and I feel like that leads to some people being very burnt out. My friend Zypher, he does my One Piece content, My Hero content, so it's based upon the shonen genre. That's what he likes to watch, so he'll enjoy it a lot more than, say, somebody who's watching seasonal anime, who's just watching anything. They might run into, like, say they like shonen more, say they like action more, and they run into, like, a bunch of romance series or a bunch of slice of life. That's really going to give them a sour taste. That's really going to make them not want to continue watching. So definitely stick to what you think. It's always good to try new things out, but definitely if you're feeling burnt out, come back to your roots, do something different, give yourself a kind of refresh from whatever you're doing. That's kind of my take on it. Take it as you will. Definitely, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you thought it was good advice, definitely let me know. And definitely let me know what your pointers are to somebody who experiences anime burnout or gets bored or something towards that line. What do you do to cope with that? If that's never happened, what do you think you could do to cope with that? Yeah, and if you want to hear kind of my opinions on a topic, let me know in the comment section below. But as always, guys, this has been Habit, and I'm out. See you guys. Peace.